Okay, folks, we about to get rock and rolling today. Another episode of Tuesday After the Show. And yes, we are in episode 22. This will be the second and last one concerning anything this season. I really don't usually go on these pre-Super Bowl things too much. Because pretty much I can tell you I think Seattle's going to Super Bowl because they got the only two guys on the team that's got explosiveness to worry about. And that's a huge thing to me. I mean, literally, a huge thing to me. Let's see, look at one thing. NFL coaches hired since January 26, 2025. Okay, now we're going to get to the meat of the tail talking about these coach hirings. Sure, these have been very interesting to some of you guys at times this season. So I was like, okay, let me address that today. I usually don't do that on a normal day, but I said, well, why not? Let's get it off the chest. Let's get everything rolling in here and let's roll it out. Here goes a couple of thought process on quite a few things here. Number one, 10 coaches in the NFL. And I ran into somebody the other day and said, imagine you ran a company or a big business and your middle level management basically got rid of like 1/3 of the, like 30% of the company in about a 6-month period and got hired all new people. You might not massive until that would be even for a small 35 or 50 or 100 and some other company. You're talking about this base like coaching returns, like about 170 coaches, something like that in the NFL, maybe 200 between the head coach and assistant coaches. You imagine the type of massive undertaking that is, the respect that is, you have to do just that. Well, let's just say GM on the big three said, okay, we're going to fire 1/3 people, rehire 1/3 new people, or 30% new workers on the line. Could you imagine the process that would take? Literally, people, literally. That is bananas. Now, let's say we're going to talk about the coaching hiring. Mike LaFleur, former LA Rams assistant, Kevin Stefanski, going to Cardinals, Mike LaFleur. He's brother of Matt LaFleur for the Green Bay Packers. Kevin Stefanski, remember him? He's in Atlanta now. He was Cleveland's coach. Joe Brady, he was an OC football, so now he's the head coach. Clint Kubiak, he's an official. He's still coaching the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. He's ready to be the Raiders' new coach. He also got number one pick. Okay, Jeff Hafley. I didn't talk about him too much, rookie head coach. And another, I remember this up last time, Rollins Saleh, and for the Tennessee Titans, for 49ers defensive coordinator, former Jet head coach out in the last couple of years, Jesse Minter, coach with both the Harbaugh brothers, who's got a Harbaugh old job in Baltimore. And of course, I talked about some of the other ones the last week or so. I'm not going to go into all the assistant coaches and GM situation, not that much. Minnesota fired at GM the other day. I have no idea what that all about. That was a total knucklehead move. Do this. You got the senior bowl. Then we hired GM in place. What type of de facto move was that? I don't know. People, NFL people, sometimes loony, sometimes they do. Got to be championship. That's not championship mentality. If I ain't got that time to see. But I can say this much: things have been very interesting all season. And out of all these new coaching moves, I would say probably a team I would not want to play next year would probably be if Rodgers is back with Pittsburgh, or Pittsburgh somehow finds a decent quarterback. I wouldn't want to play the Steelers next year. Oh, and I'm checking out the Lions on the Giants schedule because that was annoying this year. Now you got John Harbaugh, the coach, who was a young quarterback, a mobile quarterback. He's got another and a running back on top of that with him. I mean, gee, that's simple, amazing. I mean, literally and figuratively. When I think about that, I think that's going to be very interesting. Am I a big fan of this? Sort of, kind of. I do like the Harbaugh hire. Probably more than anybody. Harbaugh probably got the best job of everybody. Probably the worst job. Probably the poor guy that's got the doggone. I think Mike LaFleur, you got some task on there because you don't know what's going to go on with Kyler Murray And quite frankly, you're in a rebuilding. You got a tight end who caught like 1,000 million passes last year, but a different OC. And Clint Kubiak, Raiders. Hope you got an offensive line. Quarterback like he already in college, but what happens if he don't have that perfect blocking all the time like he did in college? Can he take hit? Can he hang in there? How many hits he gonna take? He don't take a few this year coming to the season. I'm just saying. And my Express again, back to Super Bowl. Yeah, I will go with this one more time. I had hashes earlier, but I'm going to get down and get this done for the day. My thoughts on that is as follows. Number one, you have a couple of teams who are pretty doggone good. But you have one team who has some players. You have another team who has some players who are pretty much good at both sides of the ball. They're good on offense, they're good on defense. They're good overall, but here goes the one difference. Absolute one difference. I don't know the running back for Seattle they got. Now, I'm talking about Walker. I'm talking about the other one, number 22. He's kind of like a little scat back. Kind of remind me of Percy Harvin a little bit. And, of course, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Did I get that name right? Hey, look, I'm a Michigan fan. I'm allowed to screw up Ohio State player names. Plus, we beat them in basketball and hockey last week. Plus, we took care of Michigan State men and women's basketball. Go blue. But I digress. That'll be for another video coming tomorrow. But, yeah. I mean, Seattle's got the... If you pretty much put anything even, you know, you would say, well, Sam Darnold equal to... is equal to New England to Drake May. Not really. I mean, Drake May looks like he has a higher upside. But Donald does have more experience. He's settling down now. I ain't gonna lie, his games around. He showed me all he need to show me. I'm done. If he don't even win this game, if he bombs this game out, he showed out against Matthew Stafford. I was certainly gonna make it back to the Super Bowl this year. I thought everything was all the stuff was said and done. So I gotta clap it up. You know, I think in my original picks, I had one of the number one season. I don't know, Denver, Seattle. Look at another video. I didn't backtrack it yet, but I thought Stafford would definitely be back there, and I gotta give him credit. He went total for Stafford, and he did it. He hung in there. He outdoed him, and he got Smith-Njigba out there with all that speed out there. He can't make up for that. That's what they don't have. They don't have that burn over top guy. I think they have a good punt return guy, but they don't have that one explosive guy on offense or really on defense that's gonna make you fear them. They're solid. They're very fundamentally good sound, and they're well coached. But the quarterback slightly just maybe not ready for the moment. I ain't say he's terrible, but he's gonna have some falters in the playoffs. The defense will hang on as long as they can, but they're gonna have to double they're gonna have to double him and maybe give a little more run game. I don't know. You figure that balance out. Deal with Walker or deal with Smith-Njigba. I think I would try to keep Smith and try and beat BT. Problem is, he's tough. He's tough to play against. I haven't seen anybody playing successfully man-to-man all year. Well, that's it. Next video will be after Super Bowl Sunday. It's a new backdrop and a few other things going on. Drew comments about this week's Pro Bowl coming up. I'll address it on the post-Super Bowl video. Post-game thoughts, MVP thoughts, who should have won, the controversial plays, all that I'll address. And the next time after that, I'll probably be doing some Tuesday after shows all season involving free agency. That'll be later on March, very close to my birthday. Somewhere about mid-March. We're already 16th. I think the free agency is like the 10th or 11th or 12th this year. So this week before, we'll get it in that week, talk about who's going where and what's going to look like. That's going to be the whole thing. And who knows, I might even pop a report on Combine. But I know after this next coming up Sunday, I'm going to be off at least 3 weeks from any football or vlogging videos at all. Unless something really major happens. And in case I also you guys watch some other stuff, I will be talking about NBA. NHL's coming, so I'm talking about the Paul George situation, or Detroit Pistons All-Star action coming up soon. And NCAA basketball, men's and women's. I don't know when we'll get a chance to do hockey. That's just a bit much for college. I can't keep up with everything. I'm trying. So, thank you. I much appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you out there for all the videos, the comments, the thoughts, and peace.